Hello, this month's vlog is based around my performance and accountability meeting. And this time it will be with Deputy Chief Constable Olivia Pinkney and Assistant Chief Constable Robin Smith of Sussex Police. I'm looking at two key areas. One is around the police's use of stop and search powers. These can be quite intrusive powers and are often quite worrying for certain parts of our community. I'm also looking at a recent campaign that Sussex Police launched around rape and serious sexual offence. Stop and search powers are an important tool for police in preventing crime, but it's also important that they understand that sometimes these powers are really intrusive and can be quite upsetting for certain members in our community. This was particularly highlighted by members of my youth commission, and I think it's important that people understand their rights when these powers are used. Sussex Police's campaign to prevent rape and serious sexual offence was launched with a poster, and this caused some criticism from parts of our community who said it promoted a culture of victim blaming. What I want to understand from Sussex Police is why they promoted that poster in the first place and how they're going to take this campaign forwards working with local organisations, because this is a really, really serious issue. Sussex Police launched a campaign earlier this month around preventing rape and serious sexual offence, but the poster that went with it has caused some criticism from various groups. Having said that, it has, it's divided opinion, so there's been positives as well as negatives, but it was mostly around the sort of the victim blaming side of it. What I wanted to understand was to help people understand is what was the main focus of the campaign, and then what is Sussex Police doing to manage the concerns that have been raised around this?
Sure. It was certainly not our intention, of course, to have it received as it was in some parties, and we certainly apologise for how it was received, but we don't apologise for what it was meant. It's very much about protecting people. We know that a quarter of our offences happen in near licensed premises, nighttime economy. It's a huge number of offences, and we really want people to keep themselves safe. So we don't apologise for the message. But it is, as you say, Commissioner, part of a much, much wider campaign. So this is a campaign covering consent, very importantly, and I know that's been a big feature in some of the feedback that we've had for those who have been offended by the poster. The campaign also deals with perpetrators, so those who find themselves committing these offences. It covers awareness for everyone, be that people on the doors of licensed premises, be they taxi drivers, be they family members, be they friends. It deals with education. It deals with vulnerability and what makes somebody vulnerable, so we can look out for it. And it also deals with tackling stereotypes, very importantly, and again, that was part of the feedback that we had. That particular poster was focused purely at the nighttime economy. And it is very challenging. It is very challenging to get messages effectively across. But with our partners, and there are many in this space, as you know, we will continue with the campaign. We have another poster coming out in the next 4 or 5 weeks. As I say, about a quarter of our sexual offences happen around bars and clubs, so we will not ignore it. Sure. So the whole campaign, so not just that poster, but the whole thing, started in a group back in December where all partners were there, and we worked out together what were the areas we needed to cover, what were the messages we needed to do, what action did we collectively need to take.
I was at the focus group, not for the whole day, but I did come in for part of it.
So that's where it started, back in December last year. This particular poster, we did get it wrong in that we didn't have all feedback from all partners. So that was a mistake, but that's entirely a Sussex Police mistake, and we acknowledged and apologised for that.
I totally understand. I can see both sides of this. I can see that police set off with the right intentions. It's all about vulnerability, about preventing people becoming victims. But I do understand the other side as well. So I think going forwards, the reassurance I suppose I was seeking was that the police are going to be listening to partners and involving them. I know we had the focus group to start, but it's not just paying lip service to that, it's actually genuinely involving them at every stage.
Of course.
Yeah.
And although, as you say, it was never intended, we've had breakfast conversations globally talking about that. So if people are sitting around and talking to their friends and their family about that poster, whether you love it or hate it, that's actually a good conversation to be having.
Yeah.
First of all, the adoption of the best use stop and search scheme we were one of the first to adopt that. Governance is always important in these things. I know it's certainly important to you, Commissioner, about making sure that we actually get things done. I now chair, previously didn't, the Stop and Search Scrutiny Board. As I say, chaired by myself, where I actually review almost all stop and searches that occur in Sussex. I have a team now who scrutinise every stop and search, and we check to see if it's been done lawfully. We check to see if it's been done, that the procedures are right. We check things like body-worn video, where body-worn video is used. Over the last 8 months, every district commander in Sussex Police has presented to me and the rest of the team 2 district commanders per meeting. And what I'm keen to do is and you may feel the same way sometimes, is that it's all good to get the stats and the information that we provide to our AGs, but what does it actually look like and feel like on the streets? So we have body-worn video checked to just see, picking up on the how. Every stop and search that is recorded is reviewed by a supervisor, every single one. We are adopting the ride-along schemes, and indeed some people from your Youth Commission have been involved in that too. We've had over 30 ride-alongs since then. That includes also people at 16 years old, and we in Sussex have dropped that age down because we want young people to see us doing that. We've had half a dozen of those. We've looked at the training that officers get as well.
I hope you found this performance and accountability meeting interesting. It's an important part of my role to hold the Chief Constable to account for delivering policing on all of our behalves. I look forward to you tuning in next time, and thank you very much for watching.